Jayson. Let's talk about Jayson.
My favorite fact about Jayson is that his first concert was Lionel Richie in 8th grade. He went with his mom, and he loves helping people get out of conflicts with creative problem solving. But really, more importantly, hello, is it me? All right, I'm done. Let's give a big hand, please, for Jayson Gaddis.
Okay, what's up? How many people are married here? And how many people are smarter than that? Exactly, you laugh because you know there's something a little off about us married people, right? I get it. I swore I'd never get married. I swore I'd never have kids. And check it out. I have 2 kids. Been married 8 years, together with my beautiful wife, 12. Yep. And I get the cynicism around marriage. And I also get the magnitude and power of marriage. So for the past 2 decades, I've been helping people, thousands of people, with their relationship problems. That's what I do for a living, all day, every day. And there's one common problem that trickles to the top. And that is, after the honeymoon phase, people really get stuck. And they don't know what to do. And they really struggle. They're overwhelmed, they're underwhelmed, and they're ill-equipped for the road ahead. And why is this? Why does this happen? Well, because there's a fantasy around marriage, okay? And the fantasy says that marriage equals happiness. That's the first part of the fantasy. The second part of the fantasy is if you stay married, that somehow means you're successful. Hey, congratulations, you guys have stayed married for 20 years and you're still miserable. Good job. Right? I mean, we didn't learn this stuff in school. There was no intimacy class, right? Yet we expect ourselves to be good at it, and we're not. And then we beat ourselves up, and we subordinate to a fantasy of how we should be. So here's the other thing about the fantasy is it suggests that divorce equals failure and unhappiness. But we all know that's bullshit because we have friends who are divorced who are happy, right? Okay, so once and for all, I want to get this thing straight, okay? Let's define failure and let's define success in a relationship. And I'll use my embarrassing story as a personal example, okay? So prior to meeting my wife, I had 7 failed relationships. 7. The relationships ended, yes, but that wasn't the failure. The failure was me running away from my relationship problems and making every woman I dated wrong. That's failure. What's success in that example? Success is after the 7th failed relationship, I looked in the mirror and realized, oh, I'm the one common denominator in all these failures. Oh. And I realized, oh, maybe I can do something about that. And I did, right? So 5% of the people, in my experience, reach a fulfilling marriage over the long haul. That's inspired. Okay, they're on it. And it lasts. And what happens with those successful people? What are they doing? Well, 3 things. I want you to remember this. The first thing is they ignore the fantasy. They're done with that. The second thing they do is they are open to change and challenge. And the third thing is third thing. What's that third thing, people?
Hey, flex.
Oh, they're open to learning and growing. And when they don't do that, they do this. Seriously, I see it time and time again. People that don't do those 3 things don't make it, period. And they keep their blinders on, and they suffer. And it's really sad. It's really intense. So the beauty, the secret here, the beauty of a marriage is your partner triggers you and pisses you off to the point where the blindfold comes off, and your true colors come out. And it gets messy. It gets ugly. It gets intense, right? But here's also the beauty, is my wife, I've shown her my worst. I mean my worst, right? She's seen it. And she pisses me off about it too. And she still loves me there, which helps me love myself there. So that's the power of what can happen in a long-term relationship like marriage, if people are open to this kind of stuff. And any entrepreneur gets this stuff. If you want to have a successful business, you got to grow, right? You got to learn. You got to embrace challenge, or you're not going to make it. You're not going to survive. Parents also get this. Parents understand your kids probably trigger, how many parents in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, your kids can piss you off, right? They can get on nerves, and they're so magical, yet they're so intense. And if I'm not open to growing and learning, I'll shut my kids down, which is also really sad. So if you want to live inside of an inspired, fulfilled marriage, over time, you got to earn it. Love is not given to you. You got to earn love every day. And when I finally realized this, and I realized that, wow, I can grow and learn about myself and embrace challenge, I knew I couldn't fail at that game. And neither can you.
Sad. I really don't know how to use the mic stand. This is not me trying to extend a funny joke. I just can't do it. One thing that I wanted to